Mom's
would
not
feel,
looking. Here's some
yeah.
Castlevania for you, bloke.
I would feel the need to like explain to them like it's not okay to behave like this. It's not okay to say those things. Like.
All right, folks. Look at this. We're back with some more Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
You thought we were done.
No.
I thought we were done. No, I'm just kidding. I knew there was more.
One can only hope. Okay, so this is right before the final boss. So if we want to change the ending, we have to collect everything.
I feel like that was like a dun dun dun.
Well, actually, to be honest, all you have to do is collect all the dark magic. You don't have to collect all the Heart Squids, but I just figured, throw in the Heart Squids in here as an added bonus. Might as well pop up all that health.
What are those things?
The chandeliers?
No, on the floor that are like...
Those are the guards.
Oh.
They were attacked by the Pirate Master. So they're just kind of like flinching and wincing in pain.
They're just like, you know what, girl, do what you want.
Because, a children's game.
I know.
A children's game.
It's
a tween game.
This makes me sound terrible. If I had kids, I wouldn't let them play this.
Oh. Well. You just let them play Origami King?
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, oh, you don't want to play Origami King again? Well, guess what? We're restarting the game. Play it again, bitch. Like,
Dad has 300 games. What is this?
No, see, I say that now, but in reality, I probably would, but I would have to, like,
Mom's
I would
not
feel...
looking. Here's some Castlevania for you, bloke.
I would feel the need to, like, explain to them, like, it's not okay to behave like this. It's not okay to say those things, like, but I probably would let them play it as long as they understood that you don't make fun of people.
Okay, I can agree to that. I'm just thinking back to Steve Irwin.
Oh, my God.
She wants some chocolate. Mom's not looking.
Here,
there you go.
have some chocolate.
Yeah, have some chocolate.
So at the time this comes out, we would have already shared with you guys our Steve Irwin tribute.
Yeah.
So I grew up with Steve Irwin. You grew up with Steve Irwin.
Uh-huh.
And he was like my favorite person in the world. So I was devastated when he died.
Him, Robin Williams, like they were just people.
The trifecta of perfect human beings. Now, before all the comments pouring about, like, no one's perfect, yes, I understand that, but they were really good people.
They were really good, yeah. And that trifecta, like, Robin Williams isn't a part of it. He was just a big part of my life, but the trifecta is Bob Ross,
Yep.
Fred Rogers,
Yep.
and Steve Irwin.
Yes. So, where it's just, like, they're the type of people that, like, I would aspire to be like, where it's just they're kind, they're courteous, like, they teach...
But like,
all
I could
of the
also
things
feel that was their
want.
genuine self, because every other like
it wasn't just like
example
an act.
that people give, I'm like, they're actors though.
Yeah. So
like, I don't feel like that's their real personality.
Right.
Like, they were good outlets for like learning and being kind to others.
They were a good actor to look up to, but at the end of the day, they were actors.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like, that was just a gig for them. Like, with Fred Rogers, you could tell that was genuinely who he was.
I feel like he said,
core.
"Hello, neighbor," to like his actual neighbors, and my heart would have been warmed every morning to hear, "Hello, neighbor." Like,
Now, granted, Bob Ross apparently used to be like a
he
vet.
he was very mean. He was in the U.S. Army.
Yeah.
I believe he was actually in the Air Force.
Okay.
If I'm correct, I could be wrong. But anyway, he was in the armed forces, and he was a sergeant, so he was constantly yelling at his men.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there have been interviews with him being like, yeah, I was really mean because I had to be.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how it is. Like, you have to be mean. And he said when he retired, he would never scream again, and that's why he paints happy trees, and there are no mistakes, and you just happy little accidents. Like, because he had to be so mean for so long.
Okay, this is one of the hardest ones to get. Because it's this big jump. You have to, son of a bitch!
That lightning gave me anxiety.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
My storm anxiety has gone bad enough that now thunderstorms in video games give me anxiety.
Oh, really?
I like see that lightning and I'm like, oh no.
Gives me chills. Yeah, this is going to take a while. So this is usually one of the parts where it's just like, if you got a tangent, you can dust that one off and pop that right in. We're going to be here for a while, trying to master this damn jump.
We have been watching Jimmy Neutron lately. Mm-hmm. And I just constantly now picture Hugh. Well, dang it!
This outrageous electricity. This electricity bill is outrageous. I won't pay it.
The entire city shuts down. Oh, I didn't know you were that strapped for cash. Will you take a chip?
Will you take a drink?
Hugh Neutron!
Sounds more like Cindy.
Well,
Your Judy sounds more like Cindy.
Neutron?
Jimmy. Wait, did you just call me Jimmy? That is your name, isn't it? Well, I didn't know you knew that was my name. It was like, lately I've just been like reliving childhood and watching all the cartoons.
Yeah, because we actually have a video planned.
Yeah.
As a trip down memory lane.
Yes. So, and that requires me to watch a lot of those cartoons.
Yeah. So it'll be a while. Some of them you'll agree with, some of them you'll most likely disagree with, and others you probably didn't even remember was a show.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
Oh yeah, that happened.
But there we go.
It's funny,
I did it.
I like bought a Paramount subscription to it. Mm-hmm. But the way that they work is like you'll get like so many free episodes, not even free because you're paying for the subscription, and then they'll charge like $1.99 for the next episode.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And then you'll like be able to watch 6 more with your subscription, and then you have to pay another $1.99 to like watch that episode.
No. You better not be doing that.
No, I'm already paying for the subscription. I'm not gonna buy episode by episode on top of paying for a subscription.
If it ever gets to that, just tell me.
If that was
the
case, I would just get the series on a DVD and watch it that way.
Because like we have the entire series of Sabrina the Teenage Witch,
Oh.
and I look at it because it's like $27 or something like that, and it's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
That was like, I watched that in college.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even watch that when it was out.
okay.
So.
It was one of those shows that I didn't watch. I'd side glance. So like it's very typical to like the dad reading the newspaper and just kind of looking above the glasses.
Yeah,
like,
you'd
what's
have
that?
your handheld game while your sister's watching TV.
And like every once in a while, I'd just glance up and be like, Muppet Cat said something funny and witty. I like it. Go back to playing my game.
So the series that you have do you have the animated series or like
the original?
Okay. Because the original is on streaming.
Okay.
So I can watch that like with my subscriptions.
Okay.
But there is the animated series as well.
This sucks. I gotta go back. Probably should have used a pirate flare. Now that I think about it. Bruh.
Well.
Oh, well. This is fun.
This is fine. We're fine.
So, what's the subscription service with Sabrina? That's not Paramount. Which one is that?
I can watch Sabrina on, I think, Hulu or Prime.
Okay, so and those ones just have ads.
Sometimes. I know Hulu has ads sometimes. I don't know if Sabrina is one of the ones that has ads on it.
Okay.
Because the way that I think that works...
What service did we watch Monster House on? Where there was like an ad every
IMDb.
20 minutes.
Yeah, we watched that on IMDb.
That one's clearly the worst.
Yeah, that was bad.
So I like that tidbit. Like now that Risky has been kidnapped, if you go back, she'll like reenact what Risky would say. It's like, hoist the sails. Hi, Captain. she'll be both. So she'll have the bandana when she's pretending to be Risky, and she'll take it off when she's Shantae.
That is cute.
All right. So what's nice is that like when we go back to an island, it gives you like a checklist of like all the Heart Squids you've collected and stuff like that, the dark magic, so that you realize, oh, I'm missing some back here. Let's go on back and collect these goodies.
Okay.
So I don't know how you'll feel about the other like Way Forward games, but if I were to guess, I think the one Way Forward game that you'd enjoy is the DuckTales Remastered.
This has its place,
Uh-huh.
it has its fan base, and that is just fine. But for me, I'm not as big of a fan as like mean humor without cleverness.
Right.
So I think that's what kills it for me, honestly, because it's like everything else about this game, I really enjoy. Like, I like the settings. I like the premise. You know, I think that it's really cute and funny that she's pretending to be both characters just because, like, that shows what her character is like.
Yeah.
So I think that's, like, a cute little detail. I really like the design of, like, the enemies and things like that. Like, this gives me very Castlevania-y vibes. And
Definitely.
So there's a lot that I really like, but sometimes, like, that meanness of it, I just
the writing just
can't
rubs
seem
you the
to,
wrong
like,
way.
get past.
Okay.
So, to the point where, like, I like way more than I dislike in this game.
Okay.
Whenever I, like, list them out.
Yeah.
But I feel like if someone were to ask me, like, hey, what do you think of this game? I'd be like, yeah, I don't really care much for it. Even though I like so much more than what I dislike.
Okay.
Which is just a shame because, like, you know, it has its benefits and, like, its strong suits.
Yeah.
So, but it's just, like, my personal debilitating mental status.
Well, like, for me, it's just, like, a fun game. It scratches that Castlevania itch for me.
Yeah.
Because, like, it plays very similar to a Castlevania.
Yeah, it is very Castlevania-y with, like...
Especially now that you've experienced Circle of the Moon, you see more similarities in, like, following the map and
well, even in a sense, like, in this way of just the aesthetic, like, the castle aesthetic with the spikes and the skeletons, like...
Yeah.
The candelabras, like, it's very Castlevania-y.
Yeah. Yeah, this particular area is kind of like a Castlevania Easter egg in a way. Throwback, I think that's the term.
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, and that's genuinely, like, how I feel. There's a lot more that is good about this game than what I see negatively. But some of those mean moments, man.
Oh, I get you. That's why we talk over most of them. That's why we don't do voices anymore.
Well, that, and I panicked and had some pretty poor choices for voice options.
Very poor choice of words.
So I just couldn't think of, like, since it's such a female-heavy game, how to do their voices, because all my voices turn out to be Olivia.
Yeah.
So...
At the end of the day, they're either Olivia or the alien voice you did for the Princess Shroop.
Yeah.
Always gotta do that gravel.
So, and it's like that didn't seem to fit any of the characters. Either of those voices really didn't seem to fit any of the characters. So, I had like a nice mini panic attack after the first episode, and you were like, how about we just don't do voices?
Let's just not.
I don't do voices, but I do a great impression of a hot dog.
Yep, we've established that. That's right. But see, like, it's much easier to blaze through these areas now that you have all the pirate weapons. Alright. I need to make sure I got everything, every little bit. Every little piece. Every little piece.
I don't know what you're singing.
I'm singing
I'm just making up my own words.
Obscure song from the weird Disney movie Pete's Dragon, which was a musical with like a boy and an imaginary dragon, and he's trying to escape some hillbillies.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have never seen it.
It was from the 50s. It has Mickey Rooney. And, what would you know Mickey Rooney from?
I'm real bad with names.
Yeah, I know you are.
Even like if any of our viewers have watched our Pupcorn movies, I'm always like that guy with the face that wore the stuff, and you know he did the thing. Like, I don't know his
the guy with the
name.
nose.
I don't know his actor name. I don't know names. I'm just like the guy. You know, he did the things. And you're just like, there were a lot of people that did things in this movie, and I'm just like, no, like that guy.
See, I either know actors or I know them just wrong enough where I'll be like, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, and I'd be
like, oh, you mean Nicolas Cage? Yeah, that guy.
That guy. There's like very few moments where like I know someone you don't, and I'm just like, oh, what?
Yep.
I can't think of an example right now.
Paul Rubens.
Oh,
It
yeah.
wasn't until you said Paul Rubens that I was just like, ah. Because, like, now we've been together for, like, close to 2 years now.
Yeah.
I'm able to, like, sample some of your lines.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, I know some of those words.
I know some words. Just the look of confusion, eyes gloss over, and I'm just like, I don't know anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
I don't know
Alrighty.
what that is.
That is some mechanical contraption disrupting my recording session. It must be.
Oh,
Running
man.
on either gasoline or electricity.
I have no idea. But there is, like, I can't wait. So currently we are, like, saving to move out of the city.
Yeah.
Because we live in, like, a city area with a lot of noise and
Yeah.
a lot of people. And,
City boy,
Yeah.
born and raised in South Detroit. We need to take
well,
the
you
midnight
were
train
raised in, like, a
going
country setting.
anywhere.
I was raised in the city, so,
I'm
like...
a small town girl.
And it's
living
hilarious.
in a lonely world.
Because when we had talked about like bringing you here and living with me, you were like, well, is it loud? And in my head at the time I was like, no, like it's not loud. And then you come in and now I like hear all of the things that are loud and I'm just like,
You're
wow,
like, oh, it's the loud house.
I didn't know. Like I was unaware. And then I like think about it and I'm like, yeah, I guess that is normal. There are some things that were not normal that I was just like, this is new.
Gotcha.
Like, there's a guy down over the hill that, like, I guess he bought a boombox with
Yep.
his stimulus check or whatever, and, like, he plays it loud. To the point, like, I live on top of a mountain, and I can hear him at the bottom of the mountain.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, buddy.
I feel like that's one of the things I say that you're just like, shut up, and then you actually think about it, and it's just like, oh. Like when I'm just like, how long is it? And at first you're like, fuck you, who cares? But now you're just
But
like,
now
oh, hey,
I'm like, okay,
there's some
well,
importance
I mean,
to
like,
that.
How long is it?
Is it loud? Shut up. Oh. Oh.
Well, I think it's just because also, like, this was the first year that I've been home.
Yeah.
Like, that I don't work, like, a normal 9-to-5 full-time job. That I leave during the day and I come back. Like, I'm home for most of the day.
Correct.
So now, a lot of the noise that I didn't know took place during the day, I'm hearing, and I'm like, I swear I didn't know. Like...
So one of the nice things about like the cannonball is it's not only an extra jump, but it's also a projectile attack.
Huh.
Because anything below you gets hit by that cannonball. So you
Okay.
can hover over enemies and be like, ha-ha! Eat
Back
cannonball,
again,
you son of a gun!
Cannonball!
Cannonball! Hey, you guys!
Aw. I love that movie.
That is one of the few movies that has a video game sequel, but not a movie sequel. To where I keep forgetting that like there is no Goonies 2, but the video game Goonies 2.
Oh.
So like, I'll stock up like the NES at the store, and there will be like the Goonies for NES, and then there's Goonies 2.
Okay.
But like there is no movie called Goonies 2.
2.
Just for some reason they decided to like add on to it with another video game.
There's something I love whenever movies that are like cult classics like that and they don't have a sequel. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. It doesn't need a sequel. It is good all on its own and you can just keep watching.
Like the second Breakfast Club.
There's a second Breakfast Club.
No!
Oh, no,
doing
it's a
joke!
meme. It's a meme. Okay. What about second breakfast?
What about second Breakfast Club?
Bruh.
What about the Breakfast Club? You already seen it. Well, you seen one, but what about second Breakfast Club?
Bruh. I saw a meme of the second Breakfast Club where they took like the original poster from the Breakfast Club and they like superimposed all the hobbits' faces over them.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah,
Here I
that's
thought I was
good.
being clever doing my own joke.
It's
Oh well.
It's a meme.
It's a meme. Oh well.
It's a good meme.
I was kind of smiling for that one because I was just like, I'm kind of proud of that joke. It's like when you make a pun and you're
Yeah.
proud of it and you're just like, "Gee."
And you're just like, okay. And I'm like, it's funny! Why can't you tell it's funny?
Sometimes I find them funny when you say it before you laugh. It's when you laugh as you're saying it that I'm going to have to deflate this a little bit. Because I'm just like, It's like when you laugh without finishing what's the movie? Men in Tights. He's just like, you're going to love this. Robin Hood. He's back from...
Yeah.
He hates you. He loves your brother.
Well, because he's trying to, like... It's like, maybe if you say the bad news... In a good way, it will seem less bad. He's like all about it.
Why are you laughing? That's terrible news.
Sir,
Thought I'd soften the blow.
wasn't Jamal on the other side?
I have a mole?
Oh my god, that used to kill me.
That whole movie, it's a shame that movie's a bomb. And like is kind of the reason why Mel Brooks stopped making comedies as rapidly as he did.
I love Robin Hood.
But like, it's my favorite.
Oh, mine too. I could probably quote the entire movie.
I love it. I can come pretty damn close. Oh, shut up, you bloody fools!
Which is what I don't understand, because honestly, I feel like that's one of his best movies.
No, it didn't do as well as The Producers, Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein.
I don't know. It's just one of my favorites.
History
I feel like it's less
world,
dirty.
Or is History of the World Monty Python, or...
It's
I
Mel
think
Brooks.
History of the World is Mel Brooks. Meaning of Life is Monty Python.
Because that's what, in all of his movies, he has, it's good to be the king. And it started from History of the World.
Okay.
Which is why there's always a character that goes, it's good to be the king.
Oh, okay. History of the World is the one I've actually seen the least. I saw it once.
I think I've seen it once.
Is that the one where like he's trying to like set up the table for like the Last Supper?
I think
he's just
so.
like, Jesus, yes? What? You said my name. Huh?
Yeah. And like Mel Brooks himself is a prophet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, I brought these 15 commands. Ah, shit. 10 commands.
Yeah.
I love Mel Brooks.
I love that he can make fun of his own faith.
Yes.
It brings me joy.
He can make fun of anything.
Yeah.
That's the kind of comedy that I love. Like when you find the humor in everything.
See, I love that, but I also love that it's witty, which is what I feel this game lacks.
Well, yeah.
They make fun of it, but there's no wit.
I mean, he's no Mel Brooks. Jay Kaufman
Yeah.
is no Mel... No, Jay Kaufman is the composer.
Yeah, I don't...
The writer of this game is no Mel Brooks.
But that's the thing, is like... Because sometimes I'll feel like maybe I just lack humor. Maybe I just, like, you know, need to find the funny in it.
No,
and
because
it's
you
just
have
like,
your own humor. Like, you lit the fuck up while you were watching Pee-wee's
Oh.
Big Adventure. Like, I found it amusing, but you were just like a kid in your baby blue pajamas.
Oh, God, I love it.
Bunny slippers and all. Just, like, eating it up. And it was so cute. Like, it warmed my heart. Like, I liked the movie, but, like, I just liked it more to see you love the movie.
Yeah, I do love that movie. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite parts of that movie, though, is the road signs. When he's driving and the road signs are, like, going all loopy and he's trying to, like, follow the road signs. Like, I feel you, bro. But yeah, I, like... That's the thing, is like, Mel Brooks will make fun of the same thing, but with wit. And I'm like, oh, it's funny. Like, he just made fun of something that normally I don't think is funny, but he did it in a witty way.
Okay.
So, like, Broomhilda. Broomhilda is, like, the perfect example. She is a large woman that gets made fun of for being large and unattractive, but it's done in a witty way.
Oh my god. I laughed when the horse goes,
I know,
and it
and
just
he
has
moves.
the subtitles. She's gotta be kidding.
And then it's like, if I was you, I would never do that again.
I
know,
I'd
like-
never do that again.
So, like, there's humor in it, and it's clever.
All right. So in the next part, we'll finish this whole charade. See you there.
Doodles.